Yeah, this is a nice one. This one's really done really well. All the music, the animation, the story so far, the combat. The loading screens, the voice acting. Isn't that an exit? That scared the shit out of me. This music is unnecessarily hype. It is. We can finally get out of here. Looks like we can finally breathe easy, at least for a moment.
What?
And you have different builds that you can do. Right now, my main character is a mage. The dude on the left is a warrior. The dude on the right, I have him as like a support character who does healing. Oh no, could it be?
Look.
A dragon's war. And you feel that shaking, right?
What the?
It's getting stronger. What's going on here?
Hello, motherfucker.
Gathlikin 203 followed your channel.
Ah, thank you for the follow. Is she just a guide? Yes. I'll be having all the episodes posted on my RPG channel, but it's a great, fantastic story. She does help in battle sometimes. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yo, I adore it when someone stream excellent content. Go on. Oh, I'm not even paying attention. I'm supposed to dodge these boxes. Lol. Oh god, I'm dead. I was reading chat. I wasn't paying attention. We actually made it out.
And in one piece, no less.
Speak for yourself. I think that shaved a couple years off my life.
Damn storm. Can't afford too many delays, but we'll not be getting far in this torrent.
The One Piece is real. What's really good about this game too is what's funny is they live in a fairy tale world, and the bad guys, the mythological creatures that are bad guys, are humans. We have to fight humans.
And slip onto a carriage to the capital tomorrow, once we're out of the wastes. We'll have to, if we want to make it in time.
Public carriage seems a bit risky, doesn't it?
Not with all the outsiders flocking in for the funeral. We'll be 3 faces among hundreds.
Lovely. Another carriage ride. Hopefully this one's smoother than the last couple.
Let's just get our camp set up. Somewhere dry, preferably.
Ooh, spooky, nice twist. Find some originality. Although I'm glad Atlus is maintaining their reputation.
Ah, this is so cozy. I feel alive again.
Yeah, like, look, like, I mean, you can hear it. You can hear the voice acting. You can see, like, the little loading screens. Like, everything about this game has so much
Certainly better
flair.
than freezing.
And personality and purpose.
Reminds me of when I was a child. Back then, I wouldn't have been caught dead out in the wilderness like this. Countryside nobility like us had no fortune to speak of. My parents bowed and smiled for their money, and honestly, I despised them for it. Back then, I thought being a noble was about, I don't know, a life of prestige, being respected. But one spring 7 years ago, our town was attacked by this horrific creature. A human, though I'd no idea at the time. I was evacuated alongside the servants while the rest of the town burned. I waited for my parents to join us in the shelter.
I'm really glad that more of these studios are getting on board with voice acting. Some of these people really bring these characters to life. They really do. This cast, it like, oh, ads gonna incoming. No!
But they would never come. The parents I'd so despised had stayed behind to protect the villagers who couldn't flee.
That must have been hard.
Still, it opened my eyes.
It's like, give me that money.
It changed everything. It taught me who my parents really were, what it really meant to be a noble. But our town's just rubble now. A footnote in history. The human that destroyed us is all we'll ever be known for. I remember my father petitioning the capital for aid, but no reply came. Even knowing how much of a threat the humans were. Now, I think, what if the army? Well, Luis. What if he's the one who abandoned us? If we were just a pawn in his game, then I will make him pay.
Hey, Grius. We all trust each other now, don't we? I think we can tell him.
Aye. Maybe you're right. I'll admit the lad's sword put me in mind of the past.
Something special about that sword?
Well, we used it to identify the messenger from our faction. But it originally belonged to His Highness. A kingly gift from his father. To better suit His Highness and his keen aptitude for magic, that blade was specially forged, with raw magla folded into the metal. Of course, when swordplay bored him, he'd amuse himself by levitating it or standing atop it to glide about. A royal rascal, that one. Those days were all too short. Then, 12 years ago, it all came crashing down.
I've heard. The prince was attacked, right?
It was a plot on his life. One I wish I'd rooted out sooner. Just like tonight, it was pouring rain. Your Highness, this way! Who let these blackguards into the palace?
My lord, are you hurt?
Back!
A royal knight. A wench and nothing more.
You knave! You know nothing of true knighthood. I pledged my life to the prince, and I'll not lose it to you! Highness!
Don't falter, give chase!
Stop! They dare harm him!
Yeah, dude. It has everything.
I failed him. Again.
Download the demo. Save progress carries over to the main game.
Highness! What is this? His Highness survived the attack, but the curse
That was the
hanging over him
dude. That was the
powerful
prince.
and complex.
You play the main character you play as is the prince's friend. He is a race of people that are looked down upon and hated on, and I think he's like one of the last of his kind in the village. And even after the prince's people, so the prince got lost or got separated from his people, and you as the main character helped the prince, and so now you're part of his retinue. The prince isn't dead. He's under a curse, and our mission is to lift that curse. Because the opening scene, he was the last heir. Like, he's the heir, the king gets murdered. So now there is, do we know who kissed him? Yes! Yes, Luis! It's so good, dude. You need to play the game, actually.
Of all the mage healers in the capital, not one could wake him. And he grew weaker with each passing day. We might lift the curse if we knew the specifics of its formula, but Luis would never give that up. Which leaves but one way.
Yeah, like the demo, I'm about 4 hours in myself right now. I don't know how much longer it's gonna go. I know it's all chapter 0, the prologue. So this happens before, you know, the game.
To dispel the curse.
And the full game comes out on the 11th.
Must die.
And you're sure Luis is the man you seek?
I saw him in the fray. He was younger then. Younger even than you are now, and shorter besides. I could never mistake him. And now, after spilling the royal blood of father and son both, the people call him not traitor, but savior. For his highness, for the king, and for the very future of this country, he must be dealt with. To kill Luis is to see justice served.
I see. So as he did with the prince, he would make of my city a stepping stone to further heights. A tool to spread the infamy of the humans. You haven't told that story to many, have you? Thank you for trusting me with it.
A rogue never forgets a debt. Even if it takes 3 generations, we'd see it repaid. But neither do we forget a grudge. And Luis will know that soon enough.
These characters have so much personality. Yeah, after I get to like a good save point, I'll play Remnant.
That's what all this is about.
Are the horns part of his race that is gone? No, Stroll is not the main character, and neither is the guy. The dude on the far left with the 2 different colored eyes is the main character.
Friend, this mission means a lot to you too, doesn't it?
Stroll is just a regular. A lot of characters in this world that I've seen have horns. Whenever, no rush. I'm getting James ready for bed.
Of course it does.
You've been carrying a greater weight than I realized. In any case, I owe you my life. And we've both got something we'd fight to protect. Let's save this country. Together. Ideally, once we're out of this cold, of course. I think it's about time we eat. We're almost to the capital, after all. I'd say that's worth celebrating.
I'm beat.
Okay, let's talk to everybody. I can't believe we killed the dragon, dude. That was awesome.
You're kidding.
I can't believe not just you, but Stroll and Grius have awakened to that power. I heard that mysterious voice again when it happened. I wonder what it was. I'm exhausted. That magla was unusually dense. Now it's already dark. I hope I can see a beautiful clear sky tomorrow. Still have a long way to go to Grand Trad. You should get some sleep for tomorrow. I thought to join the army and work my way up the ranks the traditional way. Never thought things would turn out like this. I didn't expect to run into humans and dragons, nor be bestowed with an extraordinary power. Was this the path I was always headed for? Or was it all thanks to you? I'm not complaining either way. Once we pull off the assassination and the prince returns to power, I think our country will be a better path. I'll get my revenge on Louis, no matter what it takes. Though I must admit, all this camping is taking a toll on me. A delicious meal would be nice once we're in Grand Trad. Sometime after the assault, together with a small entourage, we decided to take His Highness out in secret, to an appropriate hiding place. He was attacked in the royal palace, the place he was supposed to be the safest. We knew not when he'd be attacked again if we stayed in Grand Trap. Naturally, His Highness was considered missing, and eventually his death was deemed official. From that time on, our organization was formed to restore His Highness to power. I'm sure there are those who resent us for vanishing from the palace without word. After all, even the royal guards who protected His Highness were kept in the dark. They had known they would have had no choice but to stop us. Even if they had accompanied us or let us go, they would have been guilty of treason. A terrible fate for young knights who had so much ahead of them. Still raining outside. It's pretty late. We should get some rest. Like we're back in the Eternum. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep.
Well, then it's just as I thought. While you're asleep, our connection is much stronger. You wield your magic with ever more confidence. Splendid. As I mentioned previously, the Archetype grows and develops anew through encounters with others. Look for those bearing the nobility and presence of the heroes and kings of old. More virtuous than the weight of any crown or medal is the burden you place on your own path forward. The more comrades and supporters who stand beside you, the more your power will deepen as you soar to new heights. One day, if the people join hands and seize the freedom to decide their own future with their own power just as you do, that is my ideal world.
Hold on. What do you mean, supporters? We're trying to keep out of the public eye here.
I mentioned before, did I not? There is no hero without allies, only a single voice in opposition. In other words, even archetypes have their own strengths and weaknesses. They'll be of little use if used thoughtlessly. Life and death are seconds apart on the battlefield. Be attentive, mindful, and strategic. Only then can you emerge victorious. When you feel unsure how to proceed, I recommend you stop, assess your surroundings, and think. The smallest observation is often our greatest inspiration.
It kind of reminds me of Kite talking to Gone.
Well, it's almost dawn. I will be watching with great anticipation. Until we meet again. The royal funeral draws ever closer. 4 days remain. Good.
Then let's hit the road. I heard rumor new season of Hunter x Hunter Unbound. There's new chapters coming. I knew that. I don't know if there's new season. That'd be awesome. The king's funeral is coming up, is it not? We should try to hurry back to Grand Trad.
This place here.
I do want to... How do I save? Information confirm, location to map, quest. Oh well, we'll just go. We'll need to catch a carriage soon if we want to make it to the royal capital. We can wait no longer. Are you ready? Yeah, let's go.
Great. Let's move out.
Escaping the dragon's threat in the Nord mines, the party shakes their pursuers amidst the discovery of great powers. To make up for lost time, they risk hiring a coach to secret them the rest of the way to the capital. The royal funeral draws ever closer. 2 days remain.
Finally, we found a ride. Looks like we should make it in time for the funeral after all.
Last time we rode in a public carriage, it was hit by bandits. A pack of Louise zealots too, if I remember. Talk about a nasty surprise.
Yeah, but we're like we're like level 10 now. When we first got attacked, we were level 2.
You've come a ways since then. Any bandits who set on us now are in for a nasty surprise.
You're fucking right.
Reminds me of the road to the fort. Sitting there in the cart. Never could have imagined you and I would be the only survivors. Strange. How fast life can change.
It'll only get tougher from here on out.
Oh, I wasn't really complaining. I know what I signed up for.
The last couple days have certainly been eventful. Almost feels like everything we thought we knew about the world was wrong.
Well, plenty of people live their lives without taking a single step outside their city. But we haven't the luxury of ignorance, I suppose.
We're almost to the capital. Quiet now, and stay sharp.
Ooh, who's this?
Milady. Welcome back, and thank you for making the trip.
Oh, was she the one of the king's guard in the past? The one guarding the prince with longer hair now?
After so long, I am only surprised anyone remained here who yet remembered me.
Oh, I think she is.
Surely you jest, milady.
Pay me no mind. I heard of the king's death. The skyline is full of unfamiliar figures. 'Tis a testament to how long I've been away.
It's the guard that's changed the most. It's just chaos and politics there, arguing over matters of succession. Feels like we've lost sight of who we're even protecting. Not to mention talk of monsters at the border. We've nowhere near enough soldiers to deal with them on top of everything else.
I like the designs of everything. I like the Black Bull's like shoulder court thing that they have showing what they are.
After tomorrow,
this yellow and black thing that he has on his shoulder.
Once the formality of the funeral is past, a new king will be crowned. After which, I suppose there'll be no further need of a search party. Not many even remember we were searching in the first place.
She was the one that was protecting the prince. But we still have an ally in. Oh, I bet she has an archetype that we can learn. Ooh, wow.
Escaping the Nord mines, the party hailed a horse-drawn coach and returns now to Grand Trad, capital of Uchronia, the day before the royal funeral. As they gaze upon the city, flags of mourning fluttering in the wind, the magnitude of their mission exacts its toll on the heart.
The fog's rolling in. Rain's the last thing we need.
Can this funeral withstand more misfortune? I've heard they don't have enough soldiers to keep the peace.
Oh, it'll be fine. All the aristocrats are bringing their own personal guards. I imagine boredom's the worst we need to worry about.
Let's not draw attention to ourselves. There's a hostelry tucked at the back of Sunshade Row, the Hushed Honeybee Inn. We'll talk details once we're there.
Here we go.
Hurry after them and finish them. Alright.
Now then.
I wonder what the lodging Grius mentioned is like. I can't wait to actually get some rest for once.
That's terrible.
Stop!
May I ask you to step away from the accumulator? That goes double for one of your tries. Accumulator? Looks like you don't know anything. How pathetic. If you have no business here, then be gone. You're getting in the way of my work.
That's terribly unfair.
Ugh, come off it.
No, and Elda again. Ugh. And it's the same one that the skulking about earlier, too. You dare show yourself here, just as the royal funeral is about to take place? Oh, this is a bad omen. Hurry up and get out of here. Your kind will only make the magma stronger. Wow, this lady's want to talk. Felt like she can actually tell how much magma is in the air.
All right then.
It's me to go this way.
That's terribly unfair.
This journey was a rough one. I came across a horde of goblins and thought I was going to die. I suppose it's reckless to be in this line of work with just a plain old horse-drawn carriage. Only I had a gauntlet runner. Wait, that's the point of complaining to an Elder. I must be more exhausted than I thought. Yeah, everybody hates your kind.
Aha.
Could it be? Are you an Elder? I've never seen one of your kind before. I assume you're not from these parts. Tell me, do you hail from outside the city? That's right. I see, I must admit, I'm quite jealous of you, Elda. Traveling outside of the city is the most dangerous venture. Unless you have a gauntlet runner, that is. Well, if this is your first time here, I must warn you to stay on your guard. The city's denizens can be somewhat unwelcoming towards people of your tribe.
Just pathetic.
Look, I don't give a toss who's king. I just want some coin.
So this is Sunshade Road. Seems like a fine place to disappear from prying eyes. But where's the inn? You suppose we should ask around?
Do you need something?
The Hushed Honeyboat Inn. Only bad sorts of the folk are in there, you know. Well, going at your own risk, I won't stop you. You know the narrow alley right behind the side of the gallows? Go down there and there'll be some stairs at the end of the way.
Damn.
That accursed landlord told him my mother comes tomorrow. He still springs all this work on me. Hey, you fancy a riddle? Where is one sure to find the kind-hearted in this country? No idea. Right up those gallows there. Yes, those people hanging there are good, virtuous people. A true villain never faces judgment, no matter their crimes. By the way, you're not from the capital, are you? What brings you to the cesspool of the city? An inn at the Sunshade Road. Ah, the Honeybee. What business have you had there?
Dreadful.
When will the next execution be? Oh, I can't wait.
Got a moment?
That's not the way to the Honeybee Inn. Okay.
What am I supposed to do here?
Idiot peasant.
Out of my sight, filthy Elda. Someone's shouting from upstairs, but don't let it get to you. You haven't done anything wrong.
All right then. All right then.
Crowd on this street looks pretty rough.
What is it?
Watch out for pickpockets. You can bet they'll all see you as an easy mark.
Hey, you there!
What are you doing here? This place ain't for a guy of your stature. Hold on, an Elda? I see, so that's why. I have business at the Hushed Honeybee. Is that right? I won't pry, mate, for both our sakes. We know how it is being put through the ringer too. Sorry about picking a fight. Let's listen to this conversation.
Oh.
Reese, we heard all the soldiers at the fort got annihilated, but not you. I see. You stubborn old bastard. Well, about that. Don't worry. Nearly all of Sunshade Road's in your debt. None of us here will go running our mouths now. Okay, so we're at the end. I think we're gonna call this one here. Let's just go ahead and save.
What now?
And then switch over to Remnant 2.